And taking that look over at Jupiter Beach, a quiet but a little hazy start to your morning thanks to that Saharan dust. An isolated storm possible later on this afternoon, otherwise very hot, very humid, especially along our beaches. We have a southwest wind at around 10 to 15. Look for a little bit of a rip current risk out there, but otherwise a beautiful day to try to cool off and jump into the Atlantic. Now we do have our air quality index future track showing that it is at a moderate level over most of South Florida and the Treasure Coast throughout most of that morning and afternoon. We do get a little bit of relief for the later half of your afternoon hours, but if you are one of those people that do consider yourself to have maybe a little bit of those health problems, if you are very sensitive, definitely try to remain indoors and limit time outside because of the Saharan dust. And it's going to be sticking around all weekend long. Big concentrations moving in throughout your Saturday, throughout your Sunday. We'll start to see it thin out just a little bit by the midweek of next week. Less dust, a little bit more rain, better chance to cool off. But when we do have widespread dust like what we're going to see over the weekend, we can't rule out maybe a few isolated showers or storms, but it definitely helps increase the heat. We're talking mid-90s for your Saturday. Sunday temperatures nearing record heat in the upper 90s. So heat advisories all the way in effect through your Sunday. And I wouldn't be surprised if they are issued into the next work week as well. Temperatures out the door warm in the mid 80s already. We're going to hit those upper 90s, mid 90s this afternoon, feeling like the hundreds for an extended period of time for today. Heat advisory going into effect for Palm Beach County at 11 a.m., lasting all the way through your evening. Couple storms still possible today, and that'll be the only chance to really cool things off with you. And whenever we do have storms within the Saharan dust, some of those storms could pop off a little bit stronger. Let me show you that future track southwest wind. So that's going to help our numbers rise very quickly throughout your day. And then by around 2-3 o'clock, we could see a couple of storms developing along inland Palm Beach County, maybe a storm near Delray to South County, and maybe a couple spotty showers and storms along St. Lucie. So very limited rainfall in the forecast for your afternoon and for your evening. For those Friday night plans, actually looking pretty good. Mid 90s to upper 90s across the board for today. Hot, humid, hazy, the 3 H's there. And then tonight, partly cloudy with temperatures remaining very warm into the mid upper 70s. Another hot and hazy day for tomorrow, nearing record heat, just shy of 100 as we get into that weekend for your Saturday and for your Sunday. So it's going to feel very steamy, very oppressive. On top of that, we have the Saharan dust. So again, we are looking at higher concentrations moving through. So limit time outdoors and make sure you're staying hydrated. Yasmin, how are the roads looking?
Well, they're looking